Now, as she leaves the restaurant, you notice all the patrons inside started clapping and applauding. And you can even hear women in the background expressing their distaste and disdain for this woman. Obviously, this woman is off her freaking rocker. I mean, I don't know if she's on any kind of medications or what her deal is. But see, this is not out of the ordinary. This is something that's become very much prevalent in today's society. A lot of women are losing their fucking minds out here. And it's not just me. It's not just my imagination. It's not something that I'm just, I must be just seeing things and hearing things. Oh, no, no, no. These women are actually losing it. And a lot of it, in my personal opinion, is because they're no longer like men, especially men in power, are finally waking up and coming to the realization that, you know what, we ain't got to put up with this shit no more. And a lot of women are paying the piper, not just here in America, but all over the world. You look at Miss Sassy Trucker over there, who's still making license plates in a Dubai jail cell because she couldn't keep her mouth shut. When I say keep her mouth shut, I mean they arrested her because they said she was yelling in public. And based off of her past issues that has been documented, she seems to be a hothead anyway, and she thought she could take her ass over there and talk to men over there the same way she talked to men over here. And they had another thing coming. She learned a valuable lesson. They wasn't finna put up with that shit over there. And that's what's causing a lot of these women to lose their fucking minds. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking, well, he only talks shit about black women. He hates black women. And some of you B-dubs, you be the first to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, he must hate his mama. That's y'all go-to argument to justify the thotty, promiscuous bullshit y'all indulge in. But nah, I'm an equal opportunity chimney. The whole atmosphere can get the smoke. And when I say the whole atmosphere, I mean the whole atmosphere. I don't discriminate. When it comes to giving out smoke, I don't discriminate. Anybody can get it at any given time. Male or female. Doesn't matter. Man, woman, Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Paul Bunyan. I don't give a fuck. Anybody can get it. Now, let's listen to more crazy. Let's dance into Mo Crazy. Modern women, folks. Modern women. She just wants to play with doorbells all day. Bet she has a house full of cats. Two different generations of crazy. Justifying bullshit. Okay, she got her. I had one of those cups too. All right. See, if that was a black man, he would be dead. This that bullshit I'm talking about. The modern B dub is out of control. Look at that. Look at her. Sound like a dude. Built like a refrigerator. And got the nerve to have on some see-through. The commentator needs to shut the fuck up. You respect them. This is that bullshit they allow B-dubs to get away with. Now, see, I cover all spectrums. But see, this is the most egregious. And I dare any one of you motherfuckers to pretend like you don't know why. This is the most egregious out of all the ones we've seen. Look at her. She snatches up a police officer. I would tase the shit out of that walrus. And first of all, she should be arrested for indecent exposure, wearing the shit she wearing and being built the way she's built. Did she just spit on him too? Yo. Look, we already know what would happen if a brother did that. His great grandkids had to visit the cemetery to pluck out the rest of the bullets that the police put in them. Look at this shit. And they just allow these women to do whatever they want. We have the most unruly, just badly built like a refrigerator, or in a lot of cases built like a complete circle. You know, a lot of these B-dubs, you walk down the street with them, together y'all look like the number 10. And I'm very disappointed in these police officers. I ain't even gonna lie. At what point do you stand up and stop letting these motherfuckers just do whatever the hell they want? That's why I couldn't be a cop. I would have beat the dog shit out of her. That's ridiculous. The police officers supposed to be the beacon of authority in the street. And you just gonna let a woman manhandle you like that? First of all, you're not even supposed to be able to put your hands on a police officer. And she just snatched this motherfucker like a rag doll. Boy, I couldn't do it. She'd have caught one right in the midsection. I know ain't no abs there that's in shape enough to stop it. And then he had like when he barely hit her in like a little. It probably wasn't even a clenched fist, which it should have been. And then he did it. He had the look on his face like, oh my God, Black Lives Matter, gonna start marching and tearing up stuff, and my face gonna be all over the news. And this is the climate we have created for the modern day B-Dub. This is ridiculous. And his partners ain't shit. They all three of them should have took the night off. Like they all should have called in sick or something. If y'all gonna let these black women just walk around and do this shit anytime they feel like it, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. What kind of country is this turning into? This is it's bad enough. The White House is doing the bullshit that they doing. The Biden administration doing the bullshit they doing. This country is turning into a banana republic. I said it once and I'll say it again. The B-Dub is the whip that Massa uses to whoop the field niggas. America as a whole, when are y'all gonna wake up? These other countries, they already see the bullshit. Look at Dubai. Look at Dubai. They was like, fuck that. You ain't finna yell at men over here. You ain't finna disrespect men over here. We'll lock your ass up and take your passport. When we gonna get on that type of time over here? When is America gonna get on this type of time? Because I tell you what, the longer y'all let this shit go on, the more situations like what you're seeing on your screen right now is gonna happen. You're going to have black women just running up on police doing whatever they want to do. And then as soon as somebody slap them silly, they're gonna want to play victim. They're going to, Al Sharpton and Messy Jesse Jackson going to bring their punk asses out and talk about how nobody had a right to put their hands on them. Dr. Umar Johnson, his old hypocritical ass. Nigga, did your hairline take out a loan from the bank for your beard, yet? Your hairline retreating from your face. Look at that shit. I'm gonna keep the shit on loop so this shit can be burned into y'all brain, especially y'all brothers out there. If you're not on, if you're not on your SYSBM shit right now, so let this loop in your brain for a while. Obviously, you haven't gotten a message yet. You haven't focused in on it yet. So here's a visual for you. This broad built like Lawrence Taylor. Oh, a linebacker, NFL linebacker asshole. 304 is going 304. I'm sorry. This is one reason why I had to pass up on the opportunities I had to be a police officer, corrections officer, all of that. I had to pass that up because I understand, overstand my temperament and my thought process. Because I guarantee you, if I'm in a position like this and she was to grab me like that, oh, y'all gonna be marching. Y'all gonna be marching, all right. Cause she would definitely catch these hands. FedEx, nighttime delivery. I still don't understand why they letting her walk around like that. See, there used to be a time where shaming somebody for how they dress based on how they were built was a good thing. It gave people motivation to, if they didn't want to get shamed, they actually did something about it. They'll sign up to a gym. They'll start running around the block, running up a hill or something, jogging somewhere. They would do something about it. Because if there was an outfit or something that they really wanted to wear, but it didn't accentuate their body and how they're naturally built, they wouldn't wear that shit until they was able to, until they was able to get their bodies the way they wanted to in order to wear that outfit. Now these heifers just don't care. They just put on anything. Go all out in public, they don't even care. No decorum, no respectability. No respectability at all. They go outside and be like, here I am. If you don't like it, too bad. And then they wonder why the guys that they want don't want them. Because them niggas actually got taste. That's why. Yeah. Welcome to Saturday night with the Blizz. Saturday evening, or whatever you want to call it. This shit has been building up for the last month. Just been weighing on my mind, all the shit I've been seeing. How the world, how the United States has just been turned upside down. And the whole time I was handling personal situations that I was dealing with, I'm gnashing my teeth together. Gnashing it just out of disgust. out of disgust, disappointment, and just pissed off at the shit I was seeing. The shit I was seeing that society has just turned a blind eye to, like pretending like they don't even see it. Like this situation right here. Act like they don't see anything. They don't notice anything. Just let everything go. And I'm just gnashing my teeth to the point my gums is bleeding. Like, what the fuck? And this dude acting like when she flinched at him at the end, he looking like, oh, I'm glad she didn't punch me. Look, I mean, this nigga, yo, man, turn in your badge, man. Cause if y'all just gonna let these B dubs just act like this with no no nothing, not even going. I mean, y'all ain't got no tasers or nothing. Yo, tell you right now, if I'm wearing that badge, I ain't going. Be like one of them old school action flicks. You know when you grab a person and you throw their face through the windshield of a car. I'm not the windshield, through the window of a car. That taxi cab would yo. Man, I want to know what city this is in. Cause I'm thinking that's not Texas. As blue as Chicago is, I doubt if she'd be able to get away with that in Chicago. Cause a lot of them cops up there, they got short fuses too. So I want to know what city this is. Now I'm wondering, is it Miami because of what she wearing? With the top say? I mean, man, just this is probably the same thing that truck driver, that sassy broad that's over there in Dubai was on when they told her she had to pay for the damages to the rental car. When they told her, it don't matter who was driving. Somebody got to come up with that money in order for you to get your belongings. So what's it gonna be? And she probably got on some shit like this. I doubt if she. Well, I ain't no talking with the modern day B Dub, but I'm fairly certain that cane toad over there in Dubai didn't grab the dude. And when the cops came, I know for damn sure she she wasn't flinching at him. I'm just guessing because nowadays these women have lost their damn mind as a whole, but especially the ABW. Now, out of all the crazy shit that you just seen, you saw the woman flipping out in the restaurant. Saw the woman playing with the doorbell, acting stupid. Compare those incidents right there to the B Dub. Which one is worse? This is one of those situations. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't even trip if one of those cops was just like, you know what? Yo. Kapayow. Give her the hands or something. Give her the hands or the taser and let her flop around on the ground like a fish. If this is a skit, then it's a real looking skit because that that reflex right hand that he threw at her, I don't think that was an accident. That's what I'm saying. These B-dubs is out of control. What society is looking at this too. It's like, number one, y'all, I ain't about being abducted. Not saying every situation is like that. Like, there are women that's being abducted and shit. But let's face it, that Carly bra lied like a motherfucker. And you got bras like this who can just collar snatch, pit bull, ragdoll a fucking cop. And this motherfucker don't pop her with a taser or the thing. He just walks away. So this is where we at now. But they claim to be the least protected. When y'all see this looping footage right here, does it look like the B-dub needs to be protected, or does it look like everybody in the vicinity needs to be protected from her? It's time to limit. I take that back. Wrong choice of words. It's time to completely delete and subtract the power and influence of the B-dub. Let me take it to the music tip, because a lot of the current stripper culture music has spawned this type of behavior in black women. I remember an episode of The Office. Yes, I used to watch The Office. Ed Helms, his character Andy. I forgot his last name on the show anyway. But anyway, He said, man, what if you could know that, how did he word it? What if you could know that you're living in the golden age while you were living in the golden age? Something to that effect. Would you enjoy it more knowing that you're living in a golden age when things was great? I mean, it's the golden age. What if you could notice it right then and there when you living in it, instead of down the line flashing back and looking at it like, man, those was pretty good times. For me, the 90s was that time. The 90s was a time. I remember when Method Man dropped his album first. To Cal. Well, actually, the first reign of Wu when they came out. When they dropped Into the 36 Chambers, then Meth dropped his album. I think after Meth, I think Chef dropped his album in '95. I remember that shit. ODB dropped his shit too. I'm thinking, I can't remember if it came after Meth or not. It might have came after Meth. But then Chef came out in '95. That's like that Purple Tape. Yo. The golden era. With the music and the influence, and them niggas, you'd have to rewind their shit, skip back and listen to the song all over again to understand what they were saying. It was part of the era. It made you want to think and figure shit out. When the GZA dropped his shit, yo, you talking about a lyrical motherfucker. The GZA. Let the Glock click like high heels on parquet floors. Stand on hills and invade wars. Yo. And it's just the mentality as a whole was different. The black community was filled with thinking niggas. Motherfuckers that wanted to be smart. Motherfuckers that wanted to get their bread up. Now being smart is frowned upon. And as a result, you have these wildebeests like what we looking at. You got them spawning kids and having kids and teaching them the same dysfunctional traits that they have. And then you wonder why Lil Tay-Tay get gunned down by the police or by one of his own brothers who hate themselves as much as they hate Lil Tay-Tay. Being born from a B-dub like this. It's like they never had a chance. The 90s, the golden era, was a great era. And in the back of my mind and my conscience, I knew it at the time, but I didn't know it at the same time. It's something about it that I knew I needed to enjoy this era, this time frame. Because just like I suspected, once the 2000s hit and it went on, after that, I felt the shift. I felt the change, the mentality in the black community. I felt it. And just like Ed Helms said, What if you could know you was living in a golden era when you was in that era? That would be the coolest shit in the world. And then we slowly morphed into what we see here. The so-called backbone of the community. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here for a minute and pop off at y'all and shit. I might come back again and do another video because this shit kind of got me heated. Like, because society is, as a whole, Western culture as a whole, allowing B-dubs to just do what they want and say what they want and act however they want at any given time. This country is descended into a banana republic, basically. Thanks a lot, Smokey Joe.